Welcome and thank you so much for joining me today. So we are looking at understanding trigonometry. Now, we have already looked at Pythagoras' theorem, and Pythagoras' theorem talks about a right angled triangle. And the Pythagorean thinks about the relationship between all of the sides. As trigonometry is the link between the sides, the lengths of the sides, and the angle. So we can use the ratio of the sides and the angle to work out the missing link. So to start off, if I've got alpha here, alpha is the missing angle. We call the side that is directly opposite the opposite side. We call the side that is next to it the adjacent, because adjacent means next to. And then think about the longest side in the triangle, which is the side that we have cut the square or rectangle into. That is called the hypotenuse. So I'm going to be putting an equation up. We're going to work the answers out, and we're going to use our understanding of trigonometry to see how we go. So to start off, I'm going to be using Pythagoras' theorem, because if I've to work out my length of my hypotenuse. Now, I've got my adjacent to this angle, my adjacent side is 1 centimetre, and my opposite side is 1 centimetre. Now, if we're thinking about if we've got 1 centimetre by 1 centimetre, both sides are exactly the same, so I know it's going to create an angle here of 45 degrees. But let's use our understanding to double check. So, first thing I'm going to be doing is working out my hypotenuse side, using a squared plus b squared equals c squared, so 1 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared. 1 squared plus 1 squared, 1 times 1 is 1, plus 1 times 1 is 1, so 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 equals c squared. I want to get the square gone, so I square root both sides, and the square root and the squared cancels out, and it becomes c equals the square root of 2. So that is my length of my hypotenuse. Now, I'm just going to rub that out. So now that I have my length, the next thing that I'm going to be doing is using my understanding of trigonometry to double check this answer. So to start off, I am going to be thinking about my relationship between the angles and the sides. And this is what we use. We use car, toe. So if you're going to remember this saying, this will help you a lot in regards to the relationships. So is sine alpha equals opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse. Ka is cos alpha is adjacent over hypotenuse. And the last one we have is toe, which is tan alpha, and that equals opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. So we are going to double check by using this to see if our calculations are right, because we know that both sides must be equal. So let's look at tan. So if we've got tan 45 degrees equals opposite 1 over adjacent 1. 1 over 1 is 1. So if we get our calculators out, make sure you get your calculator out, because it's all about double checking and making sure that we have a good understanding. And type in tan 45 and it should come up with 1. So tan 45 is 1. if I look at sin, 45 degrees, sin is, look at this is the angle we're looking at, so sin is opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite is 1 over hypotenuse, which is square root of 2. Now you'll find in your unless you've got a graphics calculator, it's not going to show up as 1 square root 2. So if you type in 1 divided by square root of 2, will give you a decimal of 0.7070106, and it will keep on going. So if you type in sin 45 into your calculator, it should come up with the decimal form. But I like to write it as a fraction. Okay, so you see the relationship that we have with our angles and our sides. So we can use that if we've got one unknown, so we can find that unknown. I really hope that helps you understand a bit more about trigonometry. Just remember the relationship of sine, cot, toe, and the side next to the angle that we're looking at is adjacent, the side opposite is opposite, and the one that was cut in, the square was cut in half is the hypotenuse.